Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to two of the big stars on the tour at the moment with Les Musicals, and I'm delighted to say we've got Jonathan and Jay. How are you?
We're good.
Can I stop you?
Jai.
It's Jai.
Oh, now, don't be pedantic. I've already had too much of this week. I had Leslie Joseph grimacing at me, asking me if I got a cold. Now you with Jai and Jay and all of that. I mean, J-A-I, how do you say it?
Jai.
Jai.
It's an I.
You say Jai and I say Jay. You say... This is a song.
J-A-Y. I'm going to fall out with you. Can't believe this is the first time I'm meeting them and I'm going to fall out with you. I'm not really.
Jay, anyway. It's nice to meet you. And
great. I set myself up for this one. However...
No, it is a pleasure to see you. The good thing about Jonathan and Jay is that you've both got this amazing... All right, I'll stop it. I'll stop it now. Congratulations on being you. Here we are in this most glorious of theatres, probably the most beautiful in the world.
It's a stunning music room. It's got so much history, and it's a glorious setting. We're here for 2 nights as well, which is a dream, and it's a special place to play. This
week, I think I've seen 8 shows in every possible format, big theatres, small theatres, and there are so few doing as well as you. It's an amazing success, this, and you've had terrific reviews, and the punters find you both delicious. This is remarkable.
I mean, I don't know if I'm happy being compared to cake, but I'll take delicious.
The audience...
Whether it's a Bakewell tart, really, doesn't it, Jai?
As long as there's a cherry on top, right?
Oh my
God. Cherry ages ago.
Oh, no, right, okay.
Would you prefer I start this again? Because it's sort of deteriorated. I mean, it's going nowhere.
I know, it is a wee bit. But anyway, right, moving on. Where
are you from? This extraordinary accent, Jay. Is it Birmingham? Is it Manchester? Where is this?
Leeds.
Oh, well...
No, a local boy? No, I'm kidding. I'm from here in Scotland, so just south of Glasgow, so the West Coast. I'm a West Coast boy.
You both had the same trajectory, appearing on TV and then becoming megastars, but as I've said to Jonathan a million times, over a million years it feels like, the talent underneath that is the reason you're here and selling out today, and then you put you two together, you've got this powerhouse sound. It's remarkable, isn't it? It must be joyous to have a show, A, that's selling out, and B, sound so good.
It is. It's been a great 8 weeks on the road, and it's something that when you look at it on paper, it looks like such a massive tour, but it's flown by so quickly. And we've all got on great. We haven't fallen out once. I mean, there is still a couple hours left, so you never know. But I might actually punch Jonathan on stage tonight just for some comedy banter.
Lovely.
I'm only kidding.
Thanks.
Am I kidding? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with him and the crew, and see all of Jonathan's fans and equally my fans coming together and seeing a great show. So it's been brilliant.
What's it been like for you? I mean, you did this last year and it was a massive success, and here you are again. You could pick anyone. Are you happy, or are we going to sort of, by the autumn, get rid of him and bring in perhaps Sue Pollard or someone?
I think it'd be a different show with Sue Pollard. Do you know what? What's been amazing about this year's tour is a lot of shows, with almost 60, and to have such a strong rapport still now, to sit so close and to be sharing the stage night after night, and to genuinely have a rapport that you both enjoy. You can both fire off each other. You can both relish in each other's voices. Like, both of us have got a massive appreciation for what we're bringing vocally on stage, and then the chemistry just evolves from there. And I think it's a very exciting combination. We're already looking into next year to do more of this show in new venues. So it's onwards and upwards.
And this is one of the oldest, greatest variety theatres in the world. I mean, when you look around here today, it's glorious. And that's what you're doing, keeping variety alive, literally, with this show. And there's nobody else really doing it, is there? I mean, you've got the Alfie Bowes at one end as solo artists, but there's really, you were at the forefront of this, which is fantastic.
It's exciting to have that. And what we're trying to bring here is there's so many musical theatre concert shows that are out and they're travelling. But we've got a level of kind of fame between us, having won there with Jai and Britain's Got Talent, coming second with G-Force. There's something that's familiar, but with songs that people love and adore from start to finish, with some friendly banter, with some silly moments, some comedy, some raunchiness with Jai on occasion, and just a really lovely chemistry. We've got great production and set and design and great team behind the scenes as well. But it is quite unique now on the road, and we're hitting venues and people are coming and having a great night, and we couldn't wish for more.
Jai, we're going to talk Man Boobs in a moment and the tour bus. We'll get to that in a bit. Firstly, your voice. How hard is it knocking this out? Leave those alone. And pushing a B cup. How tough is it doing this night in and night out vocally? Because being on the road isn't easy, is it?
No, it has been quite. It's been quite a learning curve for me. I never ever travelled. I'd never travelled on a sleeper tour bus before, so I struggled a little bit when the bus was moving, when we were travelling, to sleep. So on occasion I've been pretty tired, but Jonathan's always had my back, and he's kind of picked up the slack if I've needed a little bit of help and stuff.
When you say he's had your back, would you like to elucidate? Oh. Was there any tossing and turning? I mean, especially when you go down the M6 with all those potholes. Sometimes turning, mainly.
I got in Jai's bunk once, but nothing happened.
There's the quote of the headline.
We had a cuddle one night. What can I say? No, you know what? We got a little bit tipsy the other night. And,
what are you doing?
Well, I thought it was really funny. Me and Ellie, our merchandise manager, thought it'd be really funny to get in his bunk and wake him up with some cake. So we got in his bunk and we had these sandwiches and cake.
He force-fed me a cinnamon
roll.
roll.
We literally went, "There you are, have that."
Thank God it wasn't a sponge finger.
Yeah. So I spooned him and gave him a what was it called? A Chelsea bun.
Is that not a cinnamon roll? Or is that a different thing?
Was it a pearl necklace?
Oh, hey.
The thing about you two is, you see, the ladies love you and find you delicious. Is there still that reaction where they're trying to get on stage and grope you and all that? I mean, there's WHD, isn't there? Wandering hand disease throughout this show.
I think it happened. There's one moment in particular.
I was not prepared for this.
The show's evolved. The show's evolved as we've gone on, and Jai has gone hook, line, and sinker into a really cool moment that I think is now your favourite bit.
What?
And we can't give too much away, but there's a cheeky little moment where he's establishing his personality without performing a song. It's a moment, not from musical theatre, but just that sets the tone. And I was expecting a couple of audience members to come up and have what do you call it?
WHD, wandering hand disease.
I thought some WHD was going to happen last night. Maybe it'll happen tonight.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was warmer last night, so a lot of my clothes could have came off and they didn't. So you never know. But to be fair, the thing is, the audience are always getting on board and they're always on our side, and it's lovely. And I think that because of the age of our audience, they've got to a point where they don't care. So they're out for a good night and they just go with it. Like, and if I particularly like to strip one night, they'll probably be up for that.
Apparently last night there was a lady in the audience that was willing to strip with you at that moment.
I missed
She said, "If he does, I will," and was like...
Oh yeah, I did hear about this.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't catch that on stage, which is probably a good thing because I might have lost it. So...
You see, I'm thinking Magic Mike, Magic Jai. This is the future of this show. I mean, this is a new tour in the spring.
I mean, to be fair, summer's coming up. Quite like the gym. If I can get my cake habit under control, I might have some abs by then.
What we try and do is give them a fun night out. So we've got there the biggest hits, the West End and Broadway, all of that in the title. But the reality is, what we're trying to do is give people escapism. There's ups and lows in everybody's lives, and to give people the opportunity, in particular here, to come to beautiful theatres all around the country and to enjoy some music, some banter, a little bit of nudity. Like, what more could you want on a night out? And just a little bit, is it?
I suppose it is like Calendar Girls without the buns, really, if you think about it.
This is true. None of us can bake, so...
Are you a master baker?
I'm a master baker, yeah. It's just hard to do on the bus.
This is my job, you know.
I like you.
Will I be in a box this evening? I'd like to be in one of these so I can sort of leer down at you when you sort of get a little pitchy or something like that. This one is perfect for heckling.
You're expecting we're going to get pitchy?
Well, it's warm in here and, the night's young.
We had a couple of ladies last night that they had Freddie Mercury masks yesterday. They were in this box and they were dancing as we do the encore at the end. And it was quite surreal, actually.
It was kind of creepy, though.
Because their faces were the same.
You see Freddie and you're like, whoa, there's one of them. Oh, there's two of them. Oh... No, don't like it.
They committed. But yeah, so...
but it was good.
You might have to share with them. I think we're in the same box
I'd be very happy to. I'll go in the box anytime. And let's talk about the mix of music, because as you say, you've got these big musical numbers, but then you put new stuff in as well. It's beautifully paced, this, and you make sure it's relevant for today, because if not, it could just be sort of some old club act that you've put into theatres.
What I like, this is my little baby. A few years ago I came up with a concept, and I've seen various musical theatre concert shows, and all of them for me felt dated. They felt like they just needed the cobwebs blown out of them, and I feel like this show's certainly done that. I feel like you can come out to an audience and respect them in a much greater way than just giving them all the cliched songs with the really like obvious moves that are in the show. Let's break that down. Let's remove the preconceptions. Let's end the half with stuff from Chicago. And we've got a ventriloquist mask. It's got nothing to do with Chicago, but it takes it more towards stuff that's different, unique, and us and our show. And that's what this seems to do. And then with the lighting spec and all of the production behind it, it's not just some chintzy old-fashioned lighting. It's like bringing you a big show, big sound, big voices, and big audiences are coming to that, and that's exciting and exhilarating to be part of.
With the ventriloquist bit, who works who from behind?
Him works me.
I think it's probably best. Just spending a few moments with you, Jai, I think it's best.
I'd probably get lost.
Yeah.
I'd never come back there.
And you've not got the biggest hands in the world, have you? Let's face it.
Tiny hands.
You're like Donald Trump. Well, that's what they say. You know what they say? Small hands, small glove. You know.
You just compared me to Donald Trump. I mean, come on.
Of all the things I've insulted you with so far, that's the
worst.
How exhilarating is it walking out to an audience like this in a place like this? Is it still thrilling? Because we've known each other nearly 20 years now, and you've done huge. Well, how long have you been at it? Well, you too, but then again, you've had surgery.
I've just hidden the makeup. It's just the soft lighting that we've got. No, do you know what? It's amazing to still be doing what we're doing. G4, igniting the career with X Factor, and obviously with Jai, Britain's Got Talent. Those shows are amazing, and they can give you a kickstart, and they can give you an exposure to an audience that otherwise you'd never get to. But what's amazing is to continue that kind of that chart of progression through through the industry, and to have audiences genuinely, like I've been saying to everyone, like literally it's pinch yourself moments. Yesterday, I'm not embarrassed to say, a tear came to my eyes. Everyone leapt to their feet for the 4th time at the end of the show, and you just are so exhilarated. I'm emotional. I don't care. I went to go see Frozen, the musical in Broadway, and cried my eyes out. I'll go see anything.
He's the woman.
Come on, you get emotional too.
I didn't cry.
I can see a little moisture now in your eyes, actually. It's just even thinking about it, is it? Or looking at me, probably.
It's so special to stand on a stage and see people having a great night. And it's genuinely heartwarming to have been part of that, to have helped create that, and to share that experience with everyone involved, and to stand alongside Jai and take that group bow at the end and just feel that warmth. I mean, I'm genuinely in awe of that reaction night after night, and long may that continue.
I do agree with that.
It's special. It is.
The big soft git. Anyway,
I'm so proud of you, though, because it's easy to be forgotten, and let's face it, so many are very quickly now, and to stick out and to be remembered and for people to care is the hardest thing. I don't think people realise how tough it is to sell tickets. I spend my life in theatres that are half empty, often mostly empty, and you don't have that problem. It's a beautiful gift, and I think it's because you've never deviated. You do what you do, and you do it magnificently, both of you. You're singers. That's it.
Thank you. We do that, but I think also something that people have noticed for this tour, like this is 42 shows in, right? And every single show is slightly different. Like yesterday we were sharing notes after the songs, like, oh, can you just hold that note a little bit longer? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's not sharing complacency. Okay, I gave you notes.
Yeah.
He wants to be a producer, that's what it is.
None of us get complacent with this is the show. So in the same way, like Bart will never be happy with the lighting. Every night won't be right for him. He'll still have notes that he wants to change. He's frustrated with the focusing of something vocally, musically. We've still got progression. Every single time there's something new with ourselves, with the musicians on stage. Can we try that? Can we do this? Can we do the other? Just to take it forward, and that might incorporate a whole new little moment, or it might just be one little nuance of a song, because we're not just going through the motions. We're giving every single audience the best show that we can, and if there's a chance to improve it, thank you for working with me, and vice versa when we're doing stuff.
No idea how many times he's changed it. No idea.
But it works.
It does work. And
it does work.
It's quite. He always knows what he's doing.
It's hard to argue, and the best thing about this show, aside from the lighting and the staging and you two, is the sound. I get incredibly pissed off when I go into theatres this week where I can't hear stuff and it's muffled and it sounds like the whole thing's on track. The sound is so important. You spend a fortune on making sure the audience hear it as best as they possibly can.
They don't realise that we're on track. That's the amazing thing. So we can mime the whole thing and just no one has a clue.
And I'll apologise now for when I speak. It's just my accent. That's all.
Say again, what was it?
Yep, there we go.
Jay, tell me again. I didn't.
That's it.
Jai. I'll get it by the end of the
No, we've
interview. I
invested
promise.
more this time actually. So we've got Cara line array. It's the top of the range line array system. It gives the best spectrum of sound to every seat. And Harry is so conscientious, going around with his laser pointer, making sure that they're focused specifically to give everyone the best audio.
What's he going to do with his laser?
He
Is this sort of a VIP experience?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I just make silly noises. Oh boy.
You just
I
don't
haven't
want
been lasered since the 80s. I miss the BBC. It's a shame, really, when you think about it. Fitness and health. Let's talk about your man breasts and all this business, because we can't have you becoming fatties. This is not going to work for the show. I notice you've put a bit of lard on since you've been on this tour bus. You've got to stop this, Jonathan.
I know. Do you know what is bad? Like, both of us started the tour so focused on, like, this is going to be an Adonis. We're going to run with it. And
I mean, hey, I've made it to the gym at least 5 times.
yeah,
42 days.
I've done a couple of jogs. We work out on the stage for our show,
That's true.
but both of us
sweat
are
a lot.
exhausted and haven't found the gym, have we?
No,
We
not
need
really.
to.
Are you still obsessed? I mean, the last time we had dinner, there you were eating half a cow and pretending to be all Mr. Muscly and all of that. Is he still into all this nonsense? It's gone, has it? Yeah. You've been a very terrible influence on
Try
him.
to be nice.
It's all Jai's fault.
What? Hold the bus. I think you'll find before this tour I was texting you, being like, right, let's get healthy, let's do the workouts every day.
Yeah.
You've done none.
I took you to CrossFit just before the tour,
Yeah,
and
that's
you nearly
true.
died.
I did nearly
Yeah.
die. Yeah, but that's okay.
The first time I ever went in a gym, this is a true story, I was doing a thing for radio and I ended up in the back of an ambulance. I tried not eating before, this is true, I fell off the treadmill and ended up in and I thought, this isn't for me, I'm just going to be a
Clearly
big
not.
fat pig for the rest of my life, nobody's going to care.
But that's changed. Look at you.
You're no fat though.
Well, it's just
You're
depression, that's what it
inspiration.
is.
Look
There
at
you
that,
go. Guys, congratulations on everything, to be in a venue like this and sell it out and pack it out, not just for one night but 2 nights, and then back for the autumn tour. We've missed the spring tour and the summer tour, so just tell us briefly about the dates where you're going all over the UK.
So we've got Glasgow September, and then we run through in October, right around. I mean, we're everywhere. I can't even remember.
We go to Wales.
Channel Islands,
we go
yeah,
to
Jersey, Guernsey,
Jersey and Guernsey.
and Birmingham. We end at the Alex Theatre at the end of October, and
That's a whopper.
It's a whopper, and it's filling out fast, and it's just amazing to look at the trajectory of audiences. And Glasgow is going to be a cracking fun one in
Fingers
September
crossed.
as well. So no, really looking forward to it.
They'll
And then-
understand what I'm saying.
Pardon? Jay, just say it one more time. Just slowly this time.
I'm sick of this. That's it.
I'm so proud of you, Jonathan. You're an amazing talent, and what you do is incredible to pull these audiences again and again and again. And Jai, you too. What a voice, what a talent. Congratulations. Thank you for having me back at the show. Nice to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you.